It's Mac. Today's March 31st, 2025, a Monday, and the end of the first quarter, which I think is going to play a big part in today's review. Today was a red day, my worst day with this account, my only red day with this account. I took a net of 3 losses, so about $1,500, about 40% of my total drawdown. So, not a great day. I do acknowledge the mistakes I made, and I'm going to try to not make those mistakes again in the future. I know what I need to work on, so let's go over it. We were in a buy right here till the 924 candle goes neutral, then the open candle comes down and stays neutral. Now, sadly, this one didn't come down enough for a sell, because this would have been an amazing sell right here. But this next candle was the sell signal. And I marked my trades by number. I took 6 trades here. Actually, no. Yeah. The 4 is missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, right here you can see this was obviously a stop loss and then a re-entry. So I'll go over that right here. I took this first signal down here. Actually, bad fill. It was several points off. This was my first entry, and at the time, I guess I was distracted too much. I did not realize how big this candle is. The body of this candle is like 80 points, and then with the wick, it's like 110, 115 points. And even though I've said washouts to the downside really don't matter because they're just going to keep going, usually. If it's this big, it's going to have some kind of a pullback. So upon my first entry, which was way down here instead of up here, it was still several points off, very quickly got stopped. So I'm at 1 loss. That's when I'm like doing the math of, okay, this was a huge candle. We should have entered like halfway up the body of this candle. So to find like the halfway of a range, I use the Fibonacci. So this is the Fibonacci retracement tool. So for this one, I'd come from the top of this candle to the bottom of the wick, or the bottom of the body. Yeah, the bottom of the body. We don't get halfway to the body. So about right there. Top to bottom, the 50% retracement right there should have been the entry. I was late hitting that one and got filled down here on the second entry. Second entry comes down, hits 1-to-1. Keep going beyond 1-to-1, and we're at about 40 some points in profit. That's when I brought my stop up to 1-to-1, and it came back up and got me. So now I've got a loss and a 1-to-1 win, so I'm break even minus commissions right here. And of course, it never came back to break even, and it kept going and would have definitely hit the target and then beyond some if I had just left it where it was. But I was not too upset about that because it's basically back to break even. Eliminated this silly loss. Could have been a 2-to-1 win, but coulda, woulda, shoulda, So let's get rid of that. So now we hit this snow line and had this really strong engulfing candle back up after closing below it. So this is when some of the traders in high strike are trying to find reason for a long, like, okay, we closed above, let's get a retest of this level and take a long. So I'm just watching at this point. There we go. Watching this at the time looked like it touched the 21 because this candle was pulling the 21 down. It came up and touched it and came back. So I thought this was a good test rejection. I thought we were going to still keep coming back down. This was like a lower high. So I entered right here. I saw almost no profit and very quickly was stopped out because it shot back up to where this one definitely touched the 21 and rejected. But as you can see, that didn't even matter because we kept going up. We closed above the 21 and then went neutral. Now this neutral was going to be going up and close above VWAP, and then it wicks back down at this snow line. This snow line was a problem all day. So reject this snow line, reject it again, and then this is a huge candle down that is printing a sell. Now, I know I've said I don't like taking signals that are the first candle after a close opposite the 21. This was 3 closes opposite the 21, and this is the first candle down. But it's pretty big, from 147 to 95. So, yeah, 52 points down. This was almost another washout downside. Probably could have taken the retrace, but I took it right at the close. Filled a little bit off. Come down to 1-1 and come back to break even. So this was a break even trade. Nothing lost here. So overall net, we've got this one loss. Loss and win, break even, loss, break even. So I'm down 1 loss here. Now we get this huge candle back up, engulfing all of this and closing strongly above the 21. Now is when we're looking for a long. So this entry was with Kyle in high strike. This is the long that he signaled. And actually, I got in about 10 points better than he did. So I was feeling good about it. We closed well above the 21. We've tested the 21 and coming back up. Again, this is not a bag trade. This is more of like a trend reversal trade we were looking for. We got the TTM squeeze flipping bullish with a squeeze building. Looks like it's going to be a good trade. So when I entered here, I got almost to 1-1, and then it came back, and then this candle came and got me right there. Like, could not be any worse of a stop loss right there. Like maybe 1 tick off, and then never touched it again and kept going up. So just a little bit bigger of a stop loss on this play, and I probably should have done that knowing it's not my typical kind of trade. I should have gave it a little more breathing room. A little more breathing room on this one, and we would have had a major win. But we're now at 2 losses, so I'm down about $1,000 at this point. So in my mind, my rules are 3, like the net 3 losses, and we're done. I've technically taken 3 losses, but one of those was eliminated. If I take another loss, day's over, blocking the account. So then I take this one on my own. When I went down to the 2 minute. I was looking at the 2 minutes. So the 2 minute right here. Two-minute has given a buy signal and closed above this line. And actually, this close was as high as this wick, almost as high as this wick. This is a good close. The 3 minute had a good close too, right there. I'll stop changing my time frame. Yeah, so the 3 minute had a strong close above the previous high of day right here. So I'm looking at a bunch of time frames at this point. So I'll go back to the 2. It's in a buy. Get a little bit of a pullback, and I got in before this candle closed. Some drawdown, not too bad. Close back at the line. Okay, I'm feeling good. And this candle comes up, we're closing a new high on the 2 minute. I'm like, okay, we're so close. The 1-1 is like right here. This candle opens, comes up, 1 point away from going to 1-1. Wicks back down. We get this huge body back down, closes below the 21 on the 2 minute. And then we come all the way back to break even right there. You can see right there, come back to break even on this wick. Come back down, and then we're stopped. So at that point, my day's over. I've taken 3 net losses. I'm not risking another loss to try to make it back on this trading day. And then Bag gets a good buy signal here. It's a bearish candle that wicks here in the EMA stack. This was a 2-1 win if I had stayed around and taken that one. And then I think this was another win after my hours, but yeah, shoot back up. So unfortunate day. Honestly, these 2 trades should not have happened, and I should have even taken this one. because that technically did not touch the 21. So, ideal world, I took one loss, a break even, and then a win, and we had a green day. But unfortunately, took too many losses. I keep telling myself, stop taking trades that are not bag trades in your rule book. And I keep letting others influence me to take other trades. Not that Kyle's a bad signaler. He normally is spot on. Like, we've had great 100, 200 point trades from him. This one just did not work out. Just a couple of points off. But so anyway, that's my day. I'm not happy about it, but I'm not broken. I'm going to keep going. On to tomorrow. Looking for a good win on the first trade tomorrow. Sticking to my rules. So, hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you've learned something. Like and subscribe. Try to post some more throughout the week. The rest of my trades. My links to High Strike and Alpha Futures is down below. Check that out for me. And stay safe trading.